Tonight, a recap of the protest yesterday on campus.
Plus, we have details on the Cowlitz County deputy that was shot and killed.
And Russell Wilson is staying in Seattle. We have all the details of the contract, making him the highest paid NFL player.
Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Lindsay Jensen.
And I'm Ryan Peerboom. Welcome to Murrow News 8. Yesterday, rumors circulated that the College Republicans of WSU would construct a Trump wall on Terrell Mall. Here's Brady Frederick with what happened instead.
Yesterday, multiple student demonstrations occurred on Terrell Mall. Hundreds of students observed, and multiple news outlets traveled to Pullman to report.
My main goal here, and pretty much with everything, quite frankly, is to promote not just a civil discourse, but a civil and an intelligent discourse.
The College Republicans hosted a demonstration to promote conversation in support of the First and Second Amendments. Young Americans for Liberty joined them in support of free speech with the reoccurring Free Speech Beach Ball event, where they ask students to write whatever they would like to say on a large inflatable ball.
It advocates for free speech, which is one of the most important cornerstones of Western society.
Students dressed in orange clothes held a counter-protest in support of immigration. University President Kirk Scholes tweeted that he was wearing an orange tie on Tuesday to support undocumented students. The students involved in the protest say they aren't part of an organization and refused to talk to Murrow News 8. When approached, they began chanting until the reporters left. Rumors circulated that the College Republicans of WSU would construct a wall in support of President Trump. Eastern Washington news stations sent reporters to cover the protests, expecting the wall. Washington State University Communications Department paid for an ad in the Daily Evergreen, saying there would be a demonstration on April 16th and that the university supports WSU community members who may be adversely affected by such symbolic action. Back in 2016, the College Republicans constructed a Trump wall in the weeks before the presidential election, drawing thousands of students and residents to support or protest the demonstration. College Republicans President Amir Rezaman says he does not know the source of yesterday's rumors.
I never made any announcements to news outlets. There's nothing on the papers.
But their organization's president says they do plan to hold the wall demonstration at a later date and will post information soon. Currently, their GoFundMe has raised over $1,500 of their $2,500 goal.
We don't talk about the left. There's a lot of hatred towards so-called Trump supporters.
Tuesday's events intended to promote peaceful and productive discussion. While there were a few debates throughout the demonstration, there wasn't much productive dialogue between groups.
I'm talking to a wall.
Both groups seem to primarily stick to their own side with their own supporters. Because of the misinformation regarding the College Republicans demonstration, the demonstrations weren't relevant to each other. The demonstrations remained peaceful, but did not seem to spread their messages or change opinions. Brady Frederick, Murrow News 8.
Thanks, Brady, for that story. A 2012 WSU alum and Cowlitz County deputy was shot and killed Saturday night responding to an investigation. Deputy Justin DeRocher was dispatched to an investigation on a disabled vehicle blocking a roadway. DeRocher was shot shortly after they arrived on scene, then died at the Peace Health Medical Center in Vancouver. The crash of a light aircraft on Monday at Pullman Regional Airport is now being clarified as an accident that occurred on takeoff and not landing. The single-engine Piper PA-46 aircraft was in the initial climb stage of takeoff when it experienced a loss of power. The pilot was able to bring the aircraft down on its belly in a grass field next to the runway, sustaining minor damages to the plane and no injuries on board.
When we come back, we'll have your local weather forecast.
And information on the walkout in Spokane schools when Murrow News 8 continues.
The great outside.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
So shiny.
We both love the outdoors.
That's not a flower.
And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
I wouldn't use this one.
He helps me with my decision making.
Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised.
Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Hey there, Zach Anders in Studio A, the live desk, taking a look at that devastating fire in Paris at Notre Dame. Now, officials are still trying to understand what started the fire at Notre Dame. French President Emmanuel Macron addressed the public again yesterday and vowed to rebuild the cathedral within just 5 years. Macron went on to say that the fire, quote, reminds us that our story never ends and that we will always have challenges to overcome, unquote. What a devastating fire there in Paris. Going to try and rebuild it in 5 years. From Studio A's live desk, I'm Zach Anders. Now taking a look at weather with Ryan Peerboom.
Thanks, Zach. So if you look at our weather forecast, pretty warm today with some sun and some breezy temperatures. If you take a look at tomorrow, though, we'll see our hottest day of the year so far. It's going to be 68 degrees with a low of 52 and a lot of sun peeking through a few clouds there. Now, if we go to our state map, you'll see only place with rain is Olympia, but it's still 60 degrees, so warmer than usual. 60 in Seattle. Warm temperatures in the center of the state with Yakima and the Tri-Cities up over 70 today. And then, as you saw, warmer weather over here, going to be warmer tomorrow. And taking a look at our 5-day forecast, you'll see the warm day tomorrow, some rain on Friday, and then back to some relatively warm temperatures from there. Now back to you at the desk, Lindsay.
Thanks, Ryan, for that weather update. Students hosted a walkout this morning after the Spokane Public School District announced 325 staff layovers. Students at Rogers High School chanted to save their teachers, and they said that they won't go down without a fight. The layoffs between schools are disproportionate because some schools aren't seeing any layoffs. The public school spokesman said this is because of the fluctuating turnover rates throughout the district.
This weekend, WSU sports management students used Mom's Weekend as a way to promote the message of Helinski's Hope Foundation. Beyond Pullman, Brady Frederick has more about their mental health awareness event.
On Friday, WSU sports management students hosted the Helinski's Hope Mental Health Awareness 3-for-3 event. The project team intentionally hosted the event during WSU Mom's Weekend to draw attention to their cause beyond WSU's campus.
This is a time where we get, a lot more people in town, more people that can learn about the cause, learn about the foundation.
The event encouraged participants to try the 3-for-3 burpee social media challenge and held a contest to see who could do the most burpees in 1 minute. The event also featured informational tabling, t-shirt and wristband sales, and a raffle featuring local gift cards and a WSU team autographed football.
Hey, if you need help, it's okay to talk. It's powerful to be vulnerable. Asking for help shows strength, so this is amazing.
They also brought in Colin Henderson, a WSU alumni who works as a mental health coach for Project Rise. He met with participants and talked about living in the present and being able to press the reset button.
So when you recognize negative thoughts, or when you fail, you feel anxious, or you make a mistake, to have a plan, to take a deep breath, to say a reset word. So really, it's about having tools.
Even with the sporadic periods of rain, the event drew vast groups of students and their families passing through Terrell Mall, allowing the project team to spread awareness about mental health.
Really seeing the amount of people who are willing to come together for mental health by doing burpees has been really eye-opening and inspiring.
Brady Frederick, Murrow News 8.
Coming up, the details of Russell Wilson's new contract.
And we take a look at WSU baseball's recent performance.
When Murrow News 8 returns.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
The great outside.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
So shiny.
We both love the outdoors.
That's not a flower.
And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
And welcome back to Murrow News 8. NFL quarterback Russell Wilson signs a contract to stay with the Seattle Seahawks for 4 years. The deal makes Wilson the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He'll rake in a whopping $140 million over the 4 years, on top of a $65 million signing bonus. For $205 million, you could buy over 51 million Big Macs, 8,500 Toyota Priuses, 2 Boeing 737-7 MAX planes, and apparently 1 future Hall of Fame quarterback. The contract also features a no-trade clause securing his future with the team. WSU baseball picked up their first Pac-12 victory Sunday with a close 8-7 win over Oregon. First baseman Dylan Plew went 3 for 5 with an RBI and 2 runs scored, and left fielder Colin Montez also went 3 for 5 with 2 runs. Up next, we will have a story for you that you do not want to miss, featuring some costume canines. Make sure to stay with us.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Over the weekend, the College of Veterinary Medicine's Canine Club hosted a unique 5K run. I was there to give you an in-depth look at the costumed canines. Last Friday, April 11th, was National Pet Day, and the city of Pullman celebrated accordingly. Dog lovers of Pullman and surrounding areas gathered at McGee Park on Saturday for the annual Canine Canter 5K, where dogs and their owners donned colorful costumes as they prepared to race.
And I love dressing up the dogs, and I love seeing all the other dogs dressed up, and we're dog people, so we absolutely love everything to do with dogs.
The event is organized by WSU's College of Veterinary Medicine, who added a sponsor to the event for the first time this year.
So the Canine Canter has been going on for years and years, and this year we kind of wanted to revamp it a little bit, and we got approached by Royal Canin for them to sponsor it this year.
The College of Veterinary Medicine donates $5 per competitor to the Whitman County Humane Society, which is a big reason why Royal Canin got involved.
The fact that this event benefits our local shelter was a huge motivation. Royal Canin loves sponsoring community-based events that especially give back in such a meaningful way.
The first place winner of the event took home 3 months' worth of Royal Canin dog food. College of Veterinary Medicine alum Mandy Barnes returns to Pullman for this event and says the event is important for maintaining an animal-friendly community.
There's a lot of people that love their animals, and any chance you can have to get your dog out and go do something with them, it's good. It's good for the people, it's good for the dogs, good for the community. I think people really enjoy being part of a community that's dog-friendly.
With photographer Spencer Vick, I'm Ryan Peerboom for Murrow News 8.
Thank you for watching tonight.
Catch us tomorrow night.
Good night, Pullman.